Day's almost done. 13 hours later. What time is it? Yeah. 2:30. Came in at 1 in the morning. Yeah. Anyway, it's Friday. Tomorrow looks like a washout, so I'm not even concerned. But, yeah. So, I got routed up north earlier. Helped them out with a job that was kind of in my old AO. And, so the batch guys give me the direction. I was like, isn't that difficult? He's like, yeah, it's right in difficult. I was like, I know where that is. I got this. He goes, there's no signal down there. I was like, oh, I know. Oh, I'm well aware. That's why my parents moved. There's no signal. It's patchy. You get a little bit here, get a little bit there, but it's nothing consistent. You go 10 feet one way or the other, you got nothing. That kind of thing. So, yeah, the pipeline job is running through there, so they were working on some stuff. They needed flowable fill, so they had like 120 yards of that. Anyway, I did one load. Dude ahead of me went back and did the last load. And he's like, what way did you go? And I was like, left. He's like, did you really? I was like, yeah. I was like, I was about to go up the hill. He said, what way does the hill take you? I said, right back to your plant. He's like, you're kidding. I'm like, no. I said, if you take that road all the way up, and then if I'm not mistaken, you go right. Or you'll come out to a double lane, nice, maybe it'll be like a straight shot. You see a little teeny house across the street. He's like, yeah. I said, if you come to that, take a left. It'll take you back to the plant. If you don't come to that, take a right. Because left will take you out to 25. And right will take you up the hill. He's like, no shit. I was like, yeah. He's like, that's wild. He goes, how did you learn all that? I said, douchebag. He's like, yeah, that fucking asshole. I was like, yeah, he's a crybaby little fuck, isn't he? I was like, oh, I'll do some more of that. I already did that, but we'll do some more. They want me to, like, backwash it. My backwash is not heavy. There we go. Go back up here and find where he washed out in. They usually dig us a hole. It's been a weird day. It hasn't been a bad day. It's just been weird. And we're all trying to. Okay, yo. Where the fuck is you? Alright. Wash out right here. Pile of shit. Okay, let me get cleaned up, and then I'll be back. But I don't get fucking stuck. It's like shock rock from hell going on here. Yeah. If you could only see. Yeah, we're good. Alright. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, I had to activate self-cleaning mode. my turntable is getting goobery. One little spot started to separate from the metal. And I was like, yeah, we ain't gonna roll down the road and have that shit fall off. Take someone's fucking windshield out. Yeah. As soon as this motherfucker figure it out. Get out of here. 12-year-old in a company vehicle. Wow. Always. Always. Washing. Yeah.
Ticket is changed.
Ticket
status is washing.
Jeffrey, you got a copy?
I got to pick raspberries when I get home. My fucking shit is probably loaded because I haven't picked since Sunday. Yeah. Or Monday. What day was it that we were off? Monday. Because of the rain. Tuesday or whatever fucking day it was. I don't know, I'm lost. Wasn't Monday a holiday? And then I had Tuesday off back to back. I don't know. Fucking, what week am I on? My God. I don't even know. I know it's not my week to work. So I might actually, well, it's fucking raining. It's like, I don't know. God's telling me don't ride your motorcycle until you absolutely have to. Because tonight's bike night at the American Legion. I might go up in my pickup truck though. Like yeah, we're saving the miles, but we're gonna have a drink or two. The lady was asking me the last time I was there. I said I'm drinking Negro Modelo's, gin and grapefruit. Way I go. Everybody else can go the way they want. I'm not going all the way to Beach Valley to backtrack. And I can go all the way this way and shorter. Kinda. Beach Valley's longer than it looks. According to this message,
ticket is changed. Ticket status is to plan. You will return to the plan 2.
It's probably due. What do we got? Okay. Alright, he got one too. Alright, so him and I are going. Yeah, me and Misfit 2 were like, yay, by the time they sure up this job, we're going to be on 14 fucking hours. He's like, that's alright, girl, we get it done. They always relying on us. He's like, you know that one that's down? I was like, yeah. He goes, that guy, he can be kind of a prick. I was like, yeah, sometimes. I said, but if he starts being foolish, I tell him, you're being foolish. I cracked the whip. He got laughing the other day because when I got into the driveway, it was so narrow It was like literally, my back tire was rubbing on the, what do they call that? It's the apron, but it's so simple. What's wrong with me? I have dementia. Flare out. I can't remember if they call them something. Fins or some shit. Anyway, wings. The wings. So it was rounded. Like the wing, the rounded part of the wing. Anyway, it was so narrow that my front tire was rubbing the straightaway and my back tire was rubbing the round part on the wing. This freaking finisher, not the dude that's in charge, the rookie that he's got learning this shit, was about to cry because I ticked it a little. It's like, you're lucky, that's all I did. And he just looked at me. I said, because if it had been somebody else, and I can name about 3 people, they would have rolled all over your shit and not given a fucking rat's ass. So, I was telling the guy in charge. He's like, I said, yeah, I rubbed him. Your finisher was about to cry. He's like, we don't form this shit. We don't form these. Another company forms it. We just put it on the ground, move it around. I was like, that's fucking hysterical, because that's why I don't like tearing it out. I didn't piece this shit together. Not like I do on other jobs. Like, what, it's got our company on there? I was like, yeah. He's like, it's got my company on there. I don't want it. These guys, they do it. Somebody else comes in with them. I was like, well, aren't you a lucky dog? And he's like, yeah. I can just finish all day long. I haven't got to deal with getting out all my construction tools. So anyway, yeah, there was one day we were doing this great big job for his company off the contractors, you know. So it was his job. And he ordered 4 trucks, and he ordered them back to back, and the first truck took almost a fucking hour to get unloaded, and he ran out of water. So I was the 3rd truck. And before I left, knowing this guy, and knowing how far I had to take it, and the terrain in which I was driving, he had the ticket listed as a 4. But I knew how far apart all the trucks were. And I know how this motherfucker works. So I slumped that bitch up to a 6 before I left. By the time he got to me, and I didn't touch it while I was waiting, it climbed up to a 3. I got there on a 5. Ooh, there it goes again. There we go. Let's play the rules right. Someone's gonna bug around me. Watch. Want to race? Yeah. Anyway. So, I got there, it was about a 5. The dude was still parked. And the second truck was waiting. Here, I'm the 3rd truck, and there's the 4th one's coming up behind me, right? And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I told him 30 minutes apart. I said, yeah, 30 minutes. When that truck gets here, that starts the clock. Or when that truck leaves the yard, that starts the clock. Oh, yeah. He's not accounting for travel. It took almost 30 minutes to get to the fucking job. That was the first mistake. He was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah. So, if you knew you were going to have to wheelbarrow and bobcat and do all sorts of weird shit to get this stuff into that fucking area, you should have asked for your first truck. You're going to need at least an hour and a half. And then send each truck one every 45 minutes. Because as soon as they leave the yard, that's 30 minutes it takes to get to the job, and then 30 minutes for you to work it. That's an hour. And then the other trucks are sitting because the truck barely got here, barely got slumped, barely got able to be worked, and the other truck is on the way. And it's going to be sitting. And if you took an hour to get that other one unloaded, that means your other truck sat an hour. From the time they loaded, they got there 30 minutes, now they're waiting another 30 minutes. And then they got to wait for the guy to get washed down and get out of the way. I said, yeah, you fucked up. Good to know. I was like, yeah. Note to self. But I'm down to 20 gallons of water, and you ain't getting no more. So you're going to have to work with tight shit, because it sat for so long, waiting my turn, waiting for y'all to work the other trucks, that, yeah, now I'm going on 2 hours old. So, yeah, sucks for me too, because it's harder to clean up. The stickier it is. He was like, did you really tell him that? I was like, yeah. I said, you timed these so fucked up. Note to self. You're doing these Nashville jobs, downtown, subdivision, fucking suburbs, whatever. You down here in this area. South Nashville, these loads are coming out of Mount Juliet. He's like, no shit. I said, yeah. It takes almost 40 minutes sometimes to get down here. Oh no.
Ticket has been removed.
So he ain't never gonna do that again. But some of his residential stuff, he kind of gets us stacked up, but not too bad. Not as bad as he used to. Alright, I don't know who this clown is. Unless that's Doofus. Yeah, I've been told. Oh, that is Doofus. What are you? That ain't the dog house for that one. They must have switched. They switched the dog house. I know everybody's struck by their butts. But, alright. Going home. I'm hungry. I just don't know what I want to eat. Thank you, GLP-1. Make me hungry and have no craving. Okay. Wishy-washy. So, while I was up north at that job, I was at that plant, and I was talking to one of the drivers that works with the dickhead on a regular. It's like, he's an asshole. I said, welcome to my world. Y'all thought I was joking. He ain't got nobody at home to beat up on. He can't keep nobody around. And he's a raging alcoholic. So what he's doing is he's getting off work after 8 hours. He's going home. He's getting shit-faced. And then he'll get shit-faced to a point where he just passes out or vomits or whatever. And then, God, I am covered in fucking acid. And then when his alarm goes off, he won't have stayed up until 1 o'clock in the morning. So he has 1, insomnia. 2, he has nocturnal leg cramps. Well, that's part from the alcohol, which is kind of a concept of restless leg syndrome. He was on gabapentin. If he takes a gabapentin, fucker will sleep 3 days. And so he don't get up for that. And then, you know, I was his emotional punching bag. His son, you know, whatever his son didn't get, I got. Vice versa. And so, I said, his attitude is good when he's got somebody to fucking take all his shit out on at home. And he gets all fucking stressed out about nothing. And he's got nobody to take it out on when he gets home. He's got a stew in his shit. My fucking truck dirty. Earlier, one of the girls who drives a truck similar number to mine were like, who's washing? So I call her and I'm like, I think they meant you. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I got to this job and I'm loaded, I'm waiting my turn. And I got a message that come across my tablet. It says, wash it out, please. Even unloaded yet. She was like, oh God. And I was like, and I don't know why they would need you to come down here. They've got drivers all over the place that could fall in. Unless you want to come down here and visit us. I mean, I don't know. That or call Earl. Find out. Like, I could call him. I was like, nope, I ain't calling him. I bet you he's gone home. That's why I'm getting the messages from the other ones. So, he wouldn't fucking have a clue. He's not even there. I'm out of here. I'm done. I am clean. And my fuel is only down a quarter tank. I am not fucking fucking. Swing my ass around here. He always asks me, how do you wash out so fast? Because I'm not missing fins and shit. And I wash it down like a maniac after the job. I'm gonna come back here. free list. So, the weekend, this plant never opens. Yeah. We are at 3 Musketeers. Alright, I'm going out. Y'all have a great weekend. The raspberries.